I don't know where to start with. It's just, I have no idea. It just, lots been going on here really hard recently for myself. It's almost over. Well, honestly, 2022, it just, not that hard. Well, I'm not sure how you put the word into this to say the least. Like, some on my hand, it's good things happens, but sometimes it just bad stuff involved, and I don't know, crazy stuff involved. I don't want to get in like to share what I mean exactly. It changes a lot to say the least. It's not just about what's been going on for me, but what's going on everything. And let's just say that I have a hard time focusing myself, and I hadn't made much videos quite often to say the least. Like, you might be wondering, why would you think that's possible? What's your big deal? Well, the deal is that I have a problem with is that I didn't make much videos quite often as much as say the least. It slows me down because I was been focused a lot at work. I mean, what can you say? You have a job, so you have to make money. So how are you gonna expect to can afford something like this? So here's the thing that I'm not sure how you're gonna say this, but sometimes in life, you need to find a job and you have to make money, right? Even then, you have you have a new stance or new futures you want to go into it exactly. Like, you want to go to college, different out of states, out of your homes, or you might rather have college here and stay home, so you have to do the stuff around here involved with, so, right? So, yeah, it didn't matter to me the most, what happened back then, it changed me, I ended up stopped going to college. I didn't go to college in 2021. I don't know, it just feels like I don't even know myself anymore. I wish I wouldn't quit college. But the thing is that they don't want me to get involved with, don't want to stay in this home forever and stay work and for the rest of my life and everything. Even then, you will not gonna have your future. Well, that's the thing. I'm not with good terms and everything, and I want to make some changes. And then I thought it would be best if I just keep making videos a lot. But they say it's not enough. I know people say that many times. It's not like a real job or anything, but trust me, I know many people have tried many times. It's not just me, everybody does. It's not how works to say the least. Even you try and make this one video, upload it, and then wait for the whole viewer just comes in and watch it, and then you have to describe it to make this the whole thing, the clear scenarios and so whatever it is. But the thing is, it's not easy for me to say the least. It's how much work that I've been doing a lot, both my YouTubes and my real life. So it's not that really easy if you balance it up together. It's just really hard. Until it happens this year, it started to change the stuff and everything. Like for my workplace, for instance. Not that much happens from the very beginning of January. Until it happened, they decided to make some changes. Until around I think in May, it's finally happening. We just said take over the whole stores and everything. Only involve the latest stuff that we can stock with. I used to be as a night stalkers, and we got a lot of new workers who's gonna be joining us, which I'm really nervous, or I'm not really good talk with even newcomers involved with, even I had to train them because I may know a lot and not good with learning stuff. So, yeah, sometimes it's not to change yourself a bit. What happened in the workplace? One person come after another and decided to leave. But except one. The one I hadn't seen him and I known them for a long time, he just gone. It just really happens. It happens. I'm not sure when they told me what happens. I don't want to give you full details what happens. It just happens a lot. And things gonna turn out wasn't expect this gonna happen. I mean, it maybe changes very often this much, but it's not like the usual stuff things, right? Well, things happen so much, and I really like how they do this very often. But except the part about this is trying to make the schedule things. It's just like making me about to lose my mind and everything. I have to do double shift. Back then, I used to work double shift, one for the morning and one for the night. And it's not be easy to me because sometimes they have to call me in the morning, like my actual boss who used to be back then, from the very beginning when I first met, and it just happens all the time where they call me saying, "Hey, it comes in, so you come into work, they get dressed and eat some breakfast or whatever, and do the stuff, and then come back home and." Usually do whatever it is that I'm doing, make videos, whatever, and then come back again tonight and so forth, and do this all the times. I mean, it doubled the shift means double the money, right? But I said the fact is I got I got a raise that fast. Not sure how did that happen or when did that happen. It just blew my mind. It just quite unexpected. I did not know what happened, and it started to happen when it started to change this up a bit. I think it's around like August or September. We have a new boss because one of our bosses decided to let things go or quit without even bother telling me or saying saying goodbyes or something. Not even saying one last words. We never see him again. Not even once. Now, there's something strange because back then, well, around September, when the new schedules got involved, it got really clearly messed up. It made no sense. It just so happens when the new schedule got involved, I looked through it, stuff involved, usually go on the text or group text, whatever. We do this all the time instead of look through on a billboard or whatever. You see if you're scheduled in or not. We do, I mean, back then, we used to, but now I decided to make schedules. But it happened, it got messed up, and we got a new boss. But then without job, which currently what happened right now, as of now. Which, he's a good guy. He knows a lot, pretty often as much, and he did an amazing job. I mean, at least it's not like this wears or it used to be make this normal schedule where I used to work. But the problem about that, like sometimes we get new workers involved with and do something like give some what do you think of, but don't happen to decide to nope, I decided to leave. It just happens many times, cycle through this stuff all over again. When sometimes it takes a long time to work or I don't know. It just happens when you keep working like that. But they decided to, no, I can't take this. I don't think I can take that much that time anymore because it takes a long time and I don't want to do this stuff anymore. But to me, it wouldn't bother me as much, even I may be young than anyone else is, because most of them were way older than me. I mean, what do you expect is gonna happen? I may be young than anyone else is, so don't judge them, to say the least. And yeah, it keep doing this ups and downs and everything, and it just happens. It's starting to change us. But anyway, back to matter at hand. And the reason for that, why I was supposed to lack of videos that I made back then, because I was been very, very focused on work a lot. Even when I just call in many times, or because I would work too much, even it takes a lot of times, and I get not much sleep. You might know why, how I did get much sleep back then. I mean, usually I just stay up late and sleeps at 1 o'clock in the morning, so don't mind it for that. And it's not easy for me to say, at least I'm not much a morning person myself. It's just how very tired that I am, and it just feels like I want to just lay in bed and just do what it is I want to look under my phone or whatever. And what reason I was lacking to making videos, it's just I was being procrastinating, to say the least. I mean, I got tons of things involved with. It's just I want to make this something how they do. it just like click onto me. Like whenever I see something like how everyone does, it feels like I want to do something how they did. Once it happens, just like news downfalls, it just keep goes on and on. It's like cycles keep doing this stuff all over again. But it just can't happen. It just can't. It just happens a lot many times. Even I got like lots of things I think about it in my mind, but all happened, it just like fades away in like many years or such. It just like I know what I want, but I decide to no, I just not to. And that happens a lot many times. Why I was very lack of making the videos back then. It not only that I got a new PCs, which is I think it's around like October. I did not recall exactly. It is almost like at the end of September or almost beginning of October. That's what I was thinking. So they made a new PC for me with a very powerful one, a good graphics card, a good processors, and everything. It's just like very high resolution stuff and everything. And it was totally amazing. When I played mini games I did, it was very perfect and got like perfect frame rates even on 60 FPS, which is totally amazing stuff. And I really liked it a lot. It then start changing stuff and everything when a new game's involved with, and I decided to want to play this. Like even like if I want to play do like any kind of multiplayer games, it just feels like I want to do with something like that. So yeah, it's really amazing how they change the stuff. Even back then, I had to use old PCs with like low stuff involved in really type. I bought those of like the very beginning, ever since when I first became a YouTuber, because I needed like a gaming PCs, and the cost of like almost like $1,000, I think. But it's hard to say at least because I know most of PC gamings is have really expensive. Believe me, have anyone ever tried buy those so you can make your own YouTube videos? Which is, I know it's strange, but there are a lot of times involved that you need to find some this and that, and you need this, that requirement that involved with. So, in other hands, it just feels like everything starts to like change up a bit. It just like, what am I doing exactly? Like, what is the whole purpose of my channel exactly? Like, what is about PC gaming exactly? I'm more likely play games all the time, even my favorite games of all, like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Five Nights at Freddy's, Danganronpa, and Personas. Yeah, and many times I like when there's an interesting game that I hadn't seen, I feel like I want to do something. And now, what happened this year as of right now, not like Sonic. I like Sonic games very much, to say the least. I play Sonic Force and I play Sonic Frontiers. That's 2 series I made in this channel, and all enough for this, it gone on skyrocketing that fast. Not as fast as I expected. Not what pun intended. But it's surprising enough for this, like how many people will watch this, even something any Sonic related type. It just like, it feels like something stuff sounds like you want to see more into this. It feels like it dies down on the communities very much, right? I mean, look at it. Just look how much many stuff you ever think about, like any kind of games you want to think of, like anything involved with horror games or anything involved with multiplayer games or anything that most likely the most popular game that people love to play it. So yeah, it just happens like depending on like the popularity beyond the community that we were seeing or something. But it did change stuff and everything as I expected, and it just quite expect as much exactly. And it starts faster and faster and faster. It happens. It changes everything, and it changes my channels, and I'm really proud of how much work it is. And not only that. I made a lot of subscribers. I mean, I can't believe it. Like, even almost at the end of this year, I think I made around like 238. I think that's estimated what it is. And we're just gonna put this up here. How much subscribers I got made for this year. I'm kind of surprised enough it is. I'm not sure when was the last time it was. I think it's around like, I think it's 190. I cannot remember it. It just, looking stuff back then, how it changes everything, and how much improvements that I've been doing, it literally just changes everything. I'm surprised. It just like starts happening. Like, I don't know what am I achieving for exactly. I do this for fun. I do this to play games that I like the most of it, and I want to show everyone and to make everyone happy. And that's what I tend to do, but not the intention for like get more peoples to watch more so I can get more views and I get more subscribers. No, I would never do that. I would never do something that kind of what most people would do, something that's stupid. It's just how the very popular people would do. That's not my intentional. And I don't even not sure like if people would say like making videos we're not gonna make money for you. And then so even I work very hard much, if I can work as much videos as I can and people will like it, I'm pretty sure I can get more subscribers. And it's the whole purpose of hard working than I am. I make lots of videos, very often. Even I'm not sure what this whole purpose is about exactly. So yeah, that happens. But anyways, I think it's another like not sure what I'm supposed to say exactly. I think it's time for like any New Year's stuff that's gonna happen next year, or if might be possibilities if something might be changes in the channel. So firstly, there's something I forgot. I forgot to update my channels. Which I didn't even get a chance to make some changes in the channels last year. I just nearly forgot it because I didn't make teaser stuff on the channel arts, and I forgot to change it. But then, when the next year comes out, then I had to make some changes. I need to do something with it. So, I'm not sure when will it happen, or when will it start to happen. And I forgot to change my update for the description, to say the least. I'm not sure if necessary, to say the least. I'm just making some changes. There are a lot of changes involved with like some channel art, a subscription. I'm still keeping the logo because it more like represents of how much it is in, you know, PC gamers is more likely X things or cross, whatever. You know, as that stuff goes, so yeah. But I forgot to change the update of the channel arts, and I was very lazy then back then. I'm not some kind of artist. I didn't ask anyone else to do it for me. I just made it on my own using my Photoshop. I used the Source Filmmaker to make a poster out of it, like different kind of when I can find models involved with, and I just moved the position, that kind of thing. I did this like when I use make thumbnails myself. I usually make it on I take a screenshot from the game footage and then place it on the middle. And then find some pictures of like a title things or some character art things. And if there's something I've been trying to spice things out, I use Source Filmmaker and trying to move a kind of position or which models I use from any related game that I can find. And that's just how much work I've been trying to do this a lot. I mean, I known Source Filmmaker so like a very long time back then. I mean, a while back, I was hoping to make him like SFM animations, but I used to, but it takes a lot of work. So I've been trying to cancel it because it's not for me. I'm not ready to go with animation myself, and I was not gonna much to make like move position back and forth and everything. I had to go back and drag into stuff and everything. It's really hard. Even involved with like trying to stay up all day, trying to work things out and everything. I mean, that's how being animators or artists or anything that might be different kind of software they use, or what kind of software they use to make animations or arts, whatever. It's really hard for me. It's not that easy how this stuff works exactly. So, but anyways, there might be some changes as well. Specifically, it says channel art things I need to change before it happens. Maybe I'm not sure when that happens. Maybe around like before end of the year, or maybe around beginning of the new year or something. I don't know. I was thinking, but I'm gonna go over details later on for such. Anyways, next thing, I'm gonna change the different intros and outros. I know it's strange, but I decided to make this shorter for a bit. Sometimes the intros are a bit too long, so the best way just to make this shorter, right? So I'm not sure when that gonna happen, but it's gonna be really laggy, to say the least. I mean, back then when I did like the 5-year anniversary things, like I made the SFM intros animation myself. It took me a lot of times before the 5th-year anniversary of my channels and everything. And like I said, it's really impressive how I work through it a lot. It just takes a lot of effort and everything. Sometimes different kind of position, the different kind of there's some lag issues and that kind of stuff. And what else I can think of? And there's might be some motion chases as well. Even this might be short as much, and it's not gonna be that easy to say the least, especially the outros things. When I used to make outros, I usually just do the animation. So I think it's around like on 2020, and then it started to changes on 2021. It just some picture stuff and everything. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do to make some changes for this part involved with. So yeah, it happens very often this much, and I get the feeling it's just like I need to go through stuff and everything beyond what's on the end and everything. But I'm not trying to do pirating or whatever. But it just like I need some like anything that good stuff involved with, and sometimes I do this originally on my own, and more likely I had to pull something out of it, to say the least. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next one. I need to try and get back into all the normal schedule thing that I was supposed to be. I mean, ever since on November, it started to changes when I make the new series on Sonic Forces. And then by the time it happens, when Sonic Frontiers comes up, before it happens, I have to finish Sonic Force before it's too late. But Sonic Force, it's an amazing game. But people really hate it. They think it because of the story. It's make no sense, or it's a bit too short. It'll make no sense, and more likely, to say the least, I don't really care. I don't freaking care about what people was thinking. I really like it when there's you can create your own avatars, especially music. It's so really dope. I couldn't help myself. I keep listening to this all the time. It feels like I want to keep singing to it. I will listen to this very often this much. And not only that, I had like amazing time making this stuff. Exactly. Funny enough of this, I keep playing Sonic Forces when I do this on screen. It just keeps going on and on like that. And I thought for sure there still might be more, but I don't think not. But you know, there might be changes. Like if they go and make another update for Sonic Forces, I don't think it's possible because it kind of been 5 years old. Back then, it happened almost exact time before Sonic Frontier comes out. Surprising enough it is, but yeah. And also, I've been doing this a lot with Sonic Frontiers. I really like it, especially with this like doing this like timed boss battles with this dope music when it goes super form. I really like it. I really like the first one with this amazing music, and I know what it is called, Undefeatable. It is so really amazing stuff. It feels like you just want to like bash them really hard. It just like couldn't help as much. It just got really have a strong feeling, so something like that. And yeah, a lot's been going on here, and surprisingly, it did happen. I really like it very much. But, and I said before, like a last video saying, like they're gonna make new updates on 2023, which I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure when they're gonna happen. Maybe it's around like on spring, but who knows? If they're going to make an update for sure, I'm pretty sure there's something that can happen. So, anyways, and also I played a Bendy Dark Revival, which finally happened. So like, it's been a long time ever since I played Bendy series. I mean, for the very beginning, I played the first one, Bendy and the Ink Machine. I mean, a lot's been changes to every update. When new chapter involves with, then like make a new scenery involved with, or new maps updated from the previous chapters. Sometimes it makes some improvement stuff for the model characters, and most likely you're trying to adjustment for the light textures or something. It just makes them change the stuff evolve, but it just happens many times. And Everybody say it's already impressive stuff, and then Binary Dark Revival is like people were so very desperate enough for so long. People keep curious enough of like, where is it? But I wasn't the type of person who would like begging for mercy or something. You know, just like keep it calm, just wait when it happens, and then finally dropped it beyond the point. I mean, they did say they're going to make like a full version, not going chapter to chapter stuff involved, but which it'll make it take some time. So it'll take about a year. And I'm really glad it never happened. But I got finally able to play it. But I was gotten confused, so what do you expect is gonna happen? So yeah. But anyways, I need to get back to my normal schedules as it should be. Then I need to had to replay back on how those two where I left off or something like that. I need to keep playing it, and I never get a chance to do it. It just like I keep forgetting stuff, but it just feels like I need to get a chance to go back to it. And also curious to know like why I hadn't played any like PS4 gameplay or something like that, because I still have a problem with the issues about the game footage itself when I record the same times, which is OBS and Elgato software. I mean, my face cam is okay as much, but the Elgato footage itself, it just like almost at the end, it just stops. It just stopped the footage, but the audio thing is still there. I tried to adjusting the settings, even in the encoder involved with, but still nothing. It just still happens. It just like totally messes up and everything. And then I decided to make some changes, so best was just like put the Elgato's game footage in OBS. However, meaning for that, I gotta put my face cam over there. But I tested out, it did work, but it only holds about like 30 minutes. I didn't even get to test it again if I could play longer, about like an hour 30 minutes, because you know, when you play Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5 Strikers, like I played this one like an hour 30 minutes long, and surprisingly enough it is, it's just like I mean, this is like the longest series we're gonna have, so we need to make this longer. So that's how it's supposed to be. So I never get a chance to test them out, to play it on hour 30 minutes. So I might try and test them out late again to see if I can play an hour 30 long. Not gonna do it until everything's all sorted out. So it's a little bit of progress. I checked them out and it's all good and smooth, but I still got a lot of things to do. So I'll keep updates involved and to see what's going on here. And on that note, there will be new stuff involved with. Ever since the Sonic series, it's just like getting the hits and stuff and everything. I might be able to try and look some more in the Sonic series than I found that I can find so far. Except some of the games were not in cross platforms or anything. Like anyway you cannot find. It's just like only one requirement only. So it's the best thing I could find. But I went into bed. I tried to see how much it is. Except most people hate one game of Sonic's, as people are like literally just don't like it. It literally destroyed the whole community, and I don't want to get into this why or how. I best not to. So anyways, and I need to try to get back the other game as well. Have you ever heard of a Dark Deception, right? I played Super Dark Deception demo version, and you see the video over there. You could check out for yourself. And I need to get back to playing Dark Deception. I never get a chance to finish it because one reason, because it was very laggy, and the game itself is slowing it down. And I tried to beat it, but I just got like caught by the enemies, and I just feel for some reason it just gets slows down. And I try and exit out of the game, it just never happens. I couldn't do it. It just got really laggy and something happens. And that's what happens when the computers got really low. And now I got new powerful PCs. I got like a high graphics card and new processors, everything, the very high resolution stuff and everything. I'm not sure if I can do it. And I don't want to like replay back and everything from the very beginning of it, because it'll take a waste of time, and more likely it just like it takes a long time to do this stuff. But yeah, There's a lot of things I'm not sure what I'm gonna do exactly. It just happens very much. And also, there are still more new stuff involved with, and it comes up in 2023. But it's a secret. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You might just have to wait around and see how this comes out. And anyways, and I was also planning to do another project. Well, I still have working on other project itself on the voice impression remastered, and I forgot to finish it because I was being lazy for a bit and I wasn't even paying attention as much exactly. And I also been focused on my families, so don't remind me for a bit. I never had a chance to finish the remastered. I completely have the remastered for the footage stuff and everything, but I need to put the pieces up together. But I'm having a hard time ever since I got a new PCs. Some of the softwares are like gone that I used to work back then because it's way easier. And then since I got a new editing softwares, and it's all good, it's all very smooth and very helpful. It's very helpful as much as such, and it did changes in everything. But this is like a perfect opportunity. But I still need to try and finish the remasters. I'm not sure when that happens, and more likely, especially on for the security breach things, I still haven't got a plan to do it yet. I got the script done, I never got the audio thing, and I still haven't like what to be sound like exactly. So I'm trying to be, I try to sound like a bass from the game, but sometimes I try and make a different personality for myself. But it's the hard thing for sure. Like, what do I supposed to be sounding like exactly? And the problem about that, it's just like how you put the pieces together. It just how stuff goes, right? So it's really hard. It had to go do stuff and everything, and something that might be involved, but not the matters in that. So, anyways, about new projects. Yes, I'm not gonna tell you full details exactly. It's a secret that I'm not gonna tell you, but it's something to do for like the other series I did back then, or well, about like last month or something. But that's all the hint I'm gonna just tell you. But yeah, I'm planning a new project that gonna have involved with what happened last month, and it's gonna be a surprise. Believe me, it's not gonna be that something unexpected is gonna happen. Believe me, it's something you will never see this coming. You would know. And what else I need to involve with? Oh yeah, I was thinking. Well, I never done this a lot quite after this much. I was thinking I want to try and do some live streaming, which I never have live streaming myself. But the problem with this is like, how do you do it? Well, I know the fact is like, if you've seen any kind of streamers involved with, like, you need some kind of like an overlays so you can see the face cam, and most likely you can see do it from like all the chat involved with, like you see do it, and most likely there's a game footage here, that kind of stuff, and there's a donation like below, that kind of thing. The thing is that I never done streaming myself, but if I can like loot through stuff and everything, or if there was a way to how to make live stream myself, it just, you will have to make this something I do not know myself. It's really hard, but sometimes people suggest as much as like, you need to do this, you need to do that, but it's just a bit like, I'm about to lose my brain. I'm about to lose my brain, the next thing that happens, it feels like I'm about to explode. And why would I want to do live streaming? Well, I was thinking I want to do live streaming, to make this fast as possible, to say the least. And more likely, some of the footage or some of the save files from the Minecraft, when I used to play back then, they are completely gone. Except Minecraft Dungeon, it's still there. At least from the hero save file things. It's surprising enough for this, it just got here. So, yeah. But for the original Minecraft, it's completely gone. My whole world, it's destroyed. Ever since I got a new PCs. So, I had to make some new stuff around here. Like, if I plan to do live streaming, then I might be doing something else. Not just Minecraft itself. I think I was thinking I could play other multiplayer games, like anything how streamer does exactly. Like if you play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or you play Fortnite. I'm not playing Fortnite. I'm not gonna have a interested with it, so please don't. And any kind of multiplayer games I can think of. might be something what most people are very interested with. So yeah, I'm not sure when that happens or when I plan to do it. It just needs some kind of adjustments and stuff and everything. But the other thing is like I have like a plan for the future, as I'm about to do. When next year comes, I will be planning to moving out, which means I'll be out of the house, I'll be out of town, so I'll be moving into a city. So I have to be attend to college, because the reason for that is I need to get out, because I've been living in the house for a very long time, and I stopped going to college, and they won't just like leave me alone, and I just want to make some changes for myself, and to make this for a better future for myself. And more likely, I need to get out of my slump. Like, I feel like I lost my motivations. Like, I lost my motivations to make videos, and I feel like it drains me because of what happened when I was at work in real life. It drains me a lot. It just feels like when you finish at work and you come home late at night and it feels like you hadn't got much sleep. You woke up nearly around like at 12 or 1 o'clock, which is the stupidest thing that you can handle this kind of situation. And yeah, I didn't get much sleep. It happens very often. It happens all the times. So it never gonna change the fact is that I had to get up like very that late. And usually I just like stay up late around like 1 o'clock. And that's just how it happens. That's how my everyday life, how I used to live on with. And yeah, I'm planning to go into college because I was hoping I can like widen my new horizons and more likely can improve my own skills, because my major is gonna be on editing. So that's the best way I could do it, because I like making videos myself. But the thing is, for sure, I'm not sure people were very interested like my editing skills back then. Well, there's probably kind of like a different kind of majors. Like, I'm having a hard time dealing with this, and believe me, I maybe have a very focus on college instead of making videos on YouTube. So it will not gonna be easy on me, because it's very important to do college stuffs. It's like less important to doing making videos on YouTube. Even if you try doing 2 times, like you had to go for college and then to go to work. Like, you need to study it for college, and you need to make money at work. That makes double a lot of work you have to be dealing with, and you have a less time for making videos. So it will be not easy for me, because I'm going to have to get my own apartment. But it wasn't worked out yet. I'm still trying to find it, and I have a hard time trying to get through this stuff and everything. And I was a bit lazy, okay? So don't mind me for it. But that's the whole reason why I wanted to get out of it very much, and hopefully I can like bring it to my path in the near future. Like, I didn't make that video back then about my path of my future, what I want to call it, and I did want to get out as much, because I didn't make much, to say the least. All I've been living in my life is just staying home, making videos, and then work all day long. I know how life works. I mean, that's how my life used to be. Even sometimes with like one of my siblings' homes, well, from college, and most likely they had to do with this routine stuff involved. And honestly speaking, it's just like you have to like follow the rules or something like that. And sometimes I always get yelled at many much. I mean, believe me, I've been through a lot. And sometimes I wasn't very good to everyone else. And more likely, it's just like I was not very good because I have disabilities, and it's not easy how it was, honestly speaking. So, in a way, I get that's all I got planning for New Year's resolution for my channels. I haven't made this for a very long time since. But the thing is, it'll have to wait for now. Well, still got a lot of things to work on. Still have to do and make this channel art things so I can make some updates for my channels. And I'm not sure when I'm gonna do the intros and outros things changes. Maybe around the time I'm gonna probably move out. But the thing is, for that, if I can't find the apartment to live in, even I can't enough time to set the whole thing up, I don't know what to do. So in a way, I'm gonna be inactive when New Year comes, and I'm not gonna plan to make videos, but when it happens. But I will bring you an update, because now I finally got like community tabs, and not about like last month, I think. Surprising enough it is, I got a community tab, and this is my first time trying it. Like, I don't know how that happens, or maybe decide to like get everyone else to give and go, whatever. So yeah, so I'll give you updates on community tabs. You can go check them out on my channels. You go to community tabs in there. I just more likely bring up an update or something like that. I even post it on Twitter to bring you an update as well. Sometimes I talk around for a bit, and sometimes it's something strange going on here, like I show a picture of it. And well, let's just say back then I usually like remind everyone like new video comes up, and it just feels like no, it's just best not to. It's just like very stupid. So I decided to like stop it. It's just too much. It's literally just too much, and the best not to. And none I got followers because so far. And yeah. But anyways, that's all I'm gonna tell you what's been going on and what's my New Year's comes. But I really hope you enjoy this, and I really hope you enjoy your year, and I really want to say thank you. I never thought I've been doing this a lot. It's surprising enough it is. Sometimes it changes very up this much. There are good things, but bad things. There's most likely there's crazy stuff involved and too much chaos involved. But sometimes it just feels like it had to let the whole thing go. It just wasn't cut out. It just happens. It happens very much. It feels like you're losing something, and it feels like you just want to let it go. And it feels like it just happens. Like it feels like you're losing yourself. Like it feels like you're a shadow apart or something. But in the side, I wasn't involved with this kind of situation. I wasn't, because I don't want to get myself in trouble, and I don't want to get messing around with them, and I just don't want to get involved with. It just scares me the most. So yeah. But anyways, I really hope you enjoy this year, and hopefully next year I hope it moves something better. There might be new stuff going on here. Who knows? Maybe the new future is gonna happen something really interesting. But in a way, I'm just gonna be inactive for now, to say the least. And by the time it happens, when I finally come back, and I'll let you guys know. But I'll bring you updates on Twitter as well, so you can go follow it. There's a link in the description. So you can see it on Twitter, so you can check out any. Maybe I could use this as like a blog or something. Who knows? I'll give you more details later on in the near future, maybe for the next videos. So I'll give you guys what's going on. So, anyways, if you like this video, hit that like button to light them up. If you want to see more videos, you go subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Laters! And Happy New Year's, everyone!